taking a look at how beautiful the world is with our partner, Corporate Travel. So thankful to have this each and every Thursday. So thankful to be in partnership with Corporate Travel. So many wonderful groups working with Corporate Travel, and that is exactly what's happening this morning. We have a special guest coming on.
Oh, we certainly do. I gave you the sheet.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Father Chinna is here.
Yeah,
just back from France, right?
Yeah, just coming back from France, and this is a partnership with the wonderful Hallow. So I wanted to jump right into this conversation and tell us all about it, Father.
Thank you for welcoming me. Really appreciate it. It's a great to be with you. I'm deeply humbled. You know, I don't feel I'm in any place to really share the enormous impact that it had on my people, on the parishioners who joined me on this trip. And that said, I can just begin by the context of our parish.
Yes.
Please.
It's about 2,300 families, and we are on a journey of parish renewal. We want to kind of redirect the parish in the missional path, and it has been a kind of a hard road, and to try to kind of unify the people to be drawn into a personal encounter with Christ and to become joyful disciples. And, the language needs to shift and everything has to take place. So as part of our own renewal process, we partnered with Hallow to build robust habits of prayer. And then through that, that pathway, we came, it was given to it. The initiative came from Hallow about walking in the footsteps of the saints. And I can share with you, I think it deepened our desire for the riches of the Catholic faith.
Father, I'm going to say this real quickly. 2,300 families. I got that right.
Yeah.
Right? 2,300 families. And then also not going in and taking advantage of something Hallow had. You're helping them to build it.
Yes, absolutely. And I think, it's all that we can really do is to really create an opportunity for them to receive the graces that they are longing for, right? So this was a context that, I'm a firm believer in creating opportunities, not one, but numerous opportunities. And no matter what it takes, my heart is convicted that unless you have a personal encounter with Christ, there's no way you can redirect the parish to a deeper place of holiness. So, you can talk about categories, but experiential encounters, is an impact that I cannot give. So being before these places, beginning with Saint Therese, and not just trying to understand what is her little way, but being before it and having read before the story of the soul and walking in her place, really touching the soil and the impact that she has now on thousands of people, just, enormously impacted our community. So and some of them, so at the end of the final, pilgrimage, we all gathered into a small group, and we wanted them, I kind of mentioned to them, each one was chosen to be on this pilgrimage. Not just because you had the money, you're empty nesters, you had the provision, but you were chosen. And if you were chosen, that God has something particular to your life, is going to show that to you. All that I'm asking you is to be disposed well to receive that grace. I can promise you, my God, there were so many people crying, and the kind of transformation that they had along the way. So
that's amazing, Father. How will you continue to build this then within your parish and with Hallow? Does this relationship continue to move forward in another direction, or enveloping kind of a greater understanding of the experience? What's next for you?
It's about next is the leadership formation that we are embarking upon. So we partner with DR, Divine Innovation Ministry team, along with Hallow. So our path, like I've been equipped in my own leadership as a priest. I've been rusty and I've been kind of focused on my own, day-to-day affairs and trying to, micromanage. And I kind of, they helped me to kind of move away from and, my own place to be the priest that God called me to be. And you know, I had my own existential crisis trying to understand why the Lord placed me here and what He wanted of me. And I think through the gift of Hallow, like particularly Josh Danis, and he was instrumental in activating, giving me a kind of an opening for me to really rediscover my own hunger for Christ and personal encounter in my own life, because I have to fall in love with Him over and over again myself.
Right.
So the next step is really about. So this was a preliminary step into deepening their hunger for the Catholic, in the missional pathway, by beginning in the footsteps of Saint Therese, who was a patron saint of the missionaries, right? And then now, like about probably 60 to 70% of the pilgrims were ministry leaders. They were not just, yeah. So it was a great kind of a entry level for them to have an experience, and then now formally introduce some leadership kind of a seminar. I mean, like a leaders summit that we are planning in January.
Okay. So is corporate travel continuing to work with you in this area of Hallow, or how is that going to work? Is this, or was this just kind of a one-time thing that they got rolling for your parish?
No, I think they're also configuring. I mean, they're also just not configuring. That would be a kind of it's discerning. They're really discerning. What did Hallow do? How did Hallow impact the pilgrims, and how did the pilgrimage really helped Hallow deepen their own, pathway and partnership with parishes in activating the desire for prayer and building a community of joyful disciples. So
I love this idea of not only talking about pilgrimage from an individual standpoint, but from an entire parish and the impact that might have. Thank you so much, Father, for being with us.
Thank you.
Get more information regarding pilgrimages by corporate travel, pilgrimagesbycts.com, pilgrimagesbycts.com.
What a beautiful agenda itinerary it was as well. So check that out.